Dolphins found guilty with tampering. Now, was the punishment worth the risk? After a 6-month investigation, the NFL found that Stephen Ross had conversations with Tom Brady and Sean Payton.
This was in 2019, correct?
Yeah, they found no evidence of the team intentionally losing games in 2019, but the Dolphins are stripped from a 2023 first-round pick and a 2024 third-round selection. Ross is now fined $1.5 million and suspended through October 17th.
Was it worth it? No, because ultimately it didn't even end up happening. If it was worth it, these things would have fell into place. Unfortunately, it didn't. And I'll say this also. 2019, right now, everyone's trying to say 2023, this is beneficial for Tua because Tua doesn't have to worry about a quarterback getting drafted next season, right? Like, this is just a stupid narrative. Was it worth it? Absolutely not. Nothing of this type of sorts. It's never worth losing a first-round pick. Absolutely not. A first-round pick is going to benefit your team regardless of what the pick is. But ultimately, on top of that fact, what are you guys on, man?
He's not doing anything crazy.
He's not doing anything crazy, but he's been playing with that toy for like 30 minutes.
Take it away from him. He's a child.
He's like, come on.
Zach, you're safe over here, bro.
No, you can get at the forefront, Zach, all right? Away from this psychopath. Dude, he's right. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Shout out Get Funko.
There's no... absolutely.
Shout out Get Funko.
There's just no way that you can justify losing a first-round pick. And what, 2024, what now? Third-round pick.
You guys still have a first. I said you guys, but Miami still has a first from the San Francisco trade,
which is fine.
Well, but look, I'm gonna cut you off right now,
dude. I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that
because what you said is absolutely ridiculous.
So it was worth it.
Yes.
It didn't even end up happening. So how was it worth it?
Just because it didn't happen doesn't mean the
risk. What you're saying is absolutely ridiculous. It didn't even play into fruition.
Attempted murder is still a charge.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is that the possibility of getting the greatest quarterback of all time and one of the greatest offensive minds of all time is worth a first and third round pick. Like, it's worth
first pick is crazy,
especially when they already have another first round pick from San Fran in the trade.
That was fortunate. That's because they
but they have it. They have it.
That was fortunate.
So they're not without a first round pick in 2023, and this was for the ability to get Tom freaking Brady.
And it didn't even happen.
It didn't happen, but it was worth the risk. It was worth taking the risk.
Dude.
And $1.5 million to a billionaire, what is that?
That's chump change.
And he's suspended through October 17th. He's going to be back this season. How is that? I think it's worth the risk for the greatest of all time.
If it would have happened, I'm with you.
Well, if it wouldn't happen, it's like, whatever, because you got the GOAT.
You know what's crazy? I was looking it up. When the Saints had their bounty gate, Sean Payton got suspended the whole year. Greg Williams suspended indefinitely. They got stripped 2 second-round picks for bounty gate.
Yeah.
That's what made me think.
I'm with Drew, though. If you don't get the player, inevitably, it's kind of like...
You did this for nothing.
I mean, and it's a period where you can, like... They lost the first-round pick.
I think they failed the mission, yes, but was it worth the risk? Yes.
The intent was like still when you
bad.
Go,
like for example, to rob a bank.
They could have waited though,
and you don't even rob the bank itself.
For example,
you pulled out the gun.
But
exactly.
That's you're going to jail.
But my point.
But I'm saying
you didn't even get anything in return for robbing the bank.
Let me ask you.
There's a time and place to rob a bank. They were robbing the bank at the wrong time. Essentially,
that's why they got caught. Still go to jail.
I don't. My point. What's the point of robbing a bank if you're not getting anything from it? What's that point? There's none.
Is it worth the risk?
I don't disagree, but you also get in trouble. Like,
is it worth that risk? Going to jail for life?
Wait, hold up. If you're robbing a bank and the fucking prize is $1 billion
and you get zero,
but was it worth me taking the risk?
No, is it worth you going to jail and ruining your life forever? You know how you sound right now, dude. What are we doing here?
But this doesn't go to jail for life.
Yeah, this is getting stripped of a first round pick. This is literally like
$1.5 million. Still not something.
This is like
to a billionaire.
Bro,
it's literally nothing.
This is literally this is the equivalent of like 1 year in jail.
Bro, they got nothing. They got nothing from it.
But the intent was still there. You know?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Fine, great idea. In hindsight, they got nothing.
So let me ask you guys a question. Roundtable question. You're going to rob this bank, right? This bank, you can get...
The bank analogy, we automatically
No.
Trust.
No, it's not. You can get $10 million. If you rob this bank with your group of friends, you're going to get $10 million each. Let's say you get caught. You get 2 years in jail. Was the risk worth it?
And you got no money?
Wait, no, yes. The risk is worth it because 2 years later, I know my guys got me with some of that bread.
No, they have no money. They got no money in this
we didn't get the
example.
money?
Y'all all got locked
no
up.
money.
But in 2 years, you guys are
No, this shit ain't
That's
worth
what
it.
I'm
Nah.
saying.
It's worth
I
it.
thought he was getting the bread.
It's worth it.
It's not worth it. Nah.
You're
That's
getting
why this is-
nothing.
If we get
Bro,
nothing,
they're potentially
if at
getting
least one of us,
the
I
GOAT
would say
quarterback.
if you get Brady and Sean Payton, you are a Super Bowl contending team.
I'm with you. Fine.
They're not that
they didn't
right
even
now.
get one of them.
You didn't get nothing.
They got neither of
But
them.
it was the opportunity to get
But
them.
you didn't get it.
Now the
They
bank
were
analogy,
close.
if none
But
of us
did it
got bread, it's
happen?
quiet.
It didn't
If your
happen.
grandmother had balls, she'd be your grandfather.
It didn't happen, but all they gave up was a first-round pick, basically.
And a third.
When they already have a first in the same year.
But that's super fortunate.
That's why
of
it's
them.
worth. But that's why it was worth
But
the
it was
risk.
in 2019. They
That's
got,
why it
they
was
got
worth the
caught.
risk, though.
They got caught.
They got
Ultimately,
caught
why they
now.
got punished.
They got caught because Brian Flores filed a lawsuit against them.
And rightfully
That's why
so.
they got caught.
Rightfully
they were
so.
never going to get caught.
And Belichick also, I think that he purposely might have told Brian
have
Flores
too.
because he
But-
did not
but
want Miami to
ultimately-
get Brady.
But ultimately, it was worth the risk because all you're giving up is a first-round pick, which you already have one in the year of 2023, so it doesn't even matter. Not only that, but the owner's only paying $1.5 million, and he's only suspended for like a month.
I get both sides. I truly do get both sides.
And the third-round pick, like, come on, that's just throwaway.
Yeah, no, I get
Let's
it.
be honest.
But that's,
I
I
think-
get both sides.
The chance to get Brady, like the first round pick and third, when you look at the bounty gate where they only got shipped by 2 picks, but then it's also like Sean Payton suspended, Greg Williams indefinitely.
And plus, Stephen Ross is an owner. Who gives a fuck
If he gets suspended, yeah, like it's on the
Who
fucking
cares?
field.
It's not even a player.
I think the more interesting part of
It's not even a coach.
The more interesting part of all of this is that they weren't found guilty of tanking. I think that was the bigger story that came out of this because if it came out, obviously Brian Flores is the one who brought this to light. If it was true that Stephen Ross, and who knows, maybe it is, and they just couldn't find any evidence. If it's true that he told Brian Flores to purposely lose games, he should be forced to sell the team.
If
There's
that
no
happened,
way.
that's not worth the risk.
Yeah, that
because he would have to sell the team.
You have to sell. If that was true, you have got to sell the team.
Dan Snyder's still in the league, bro. Like, there's no.
I don't disagree, but you had to sell the team.
Dan Snyder's done a lot worse things than tanking, and he's still the owner of.
And most owners want to
Governor.
get him off the.
Should have been
Out of
gone
the league.
years ago.
I don't disagree, but it was different because they're going through all allegations. They're
That's why I
going
just
through all
think
the
that it
legal
wouldn't have
process
happened.
now.
He wouldn't have had to sell the team.
I think he would have been forced to. He would have been forced to sell the team. The league's not going to fuck around with tanking, bro. You could trade players and shed cap and get better, but you can't.
Quietly
No,
all the time.
There's a difference between trading your good players for draft picks and future assets, rather than me, the governor, coming to the head coach saying, "Hey,
I like that.
Lose these last 4 games so we get a top 5 pick."
I'm screaming.
That's different.
They
fucking
do that
hilarious.
quietly. They
But-
do.
And that's fine, but if you get caught, you're fucked.
I don't disagree, but ultimately, exactly. You get caught, you get nothing in return either way. What's the point of doing this?
in theory, you get a top 5 pick, you get your franchise quarterback.
No,
whatever.
of course. But I'm saying it in the sense they didn't even get the number 1 pick.
No.
Luckily
Well,
enough,
they wanted Tua
they
all
got
along.
exactly.
They wanted Tua
Luckily
all
enough,
along.
they still were able to get the guy that they wanted.
The
But
worst guy.
we'll
I
see
wonder
about
if they
that.
had the 1-1 if they would have taken Tua Burrow.
Well,
I don't know. I
obviously,
think
that's
the hype behind Burrow coming after.
Because Stephen Ross wanted
They probably would've
Tua
took
bad.
It's
They probably
crazy.
would've
They
took
wanted
Burrow.
him bad and still made the wrong mistake. That's funny.